Welcome back, all my Attic fanatics. As most of you already know by this point, it's been almost a week. We lost a member of this community. Not all of you knew him. Some of us did, some better than others. I've been interacting with Reverend Steve for probably about 9 or 10 months. I think the first video I commented on, he did a Dave Parker choice for his Hall of Fame binder, which card, he should put in his Hall of Fame binder. I waited a few days to make this video, hoping I wouldn't get emotional. Seems I still am. But I just wanted to focus today on most, my experience with Reverend Steve. He didn't always watch my videos and comment. I didn't always watch his videos and comment, but we commented back and forth enough. And even currently, the last 3 or 4 videos, we interacted a little. We've texted back and forth several times. I did not know him personally. I have never met him. Last year, I didn't get a chance to go to Strongsville. It was just too early in the year. Came at a bad time for me. And as a lot of you know, I'm going to be having surgery in the next couple months to get my gallbladder removed. And I had hernia surgery back in October through December, and it just kind of wiped out my funds for Strongsville this year, which was very disappointing. And Steve was one of the guys that I was hoping to actually meet if I did get out there this year. I know a lot of guys have done videos, and some have mentioned that Steve was looking so forward to this year, Strongsville Independence, whatever you want to call it, going this year. I think he's still going to be there. He's going to be there in our hearts, in our minds. The people that are going there will carry him there. He will be there. Maybe not physically, but in spirit, he's definitely going to be there. Anyway, cheers, Reverend Steve. I am having a cup of coffee in my Pirates mug in honor of you. I don't always break this out. I have a mug that I really like to use. I don't like to put wear and tear on this baby, but for you, it's appropriate, and I feel it's necessary. Anyway, moving forward, I just want to share some of my experience with him. This hat, as you see, and I will explain it. His son must have seen him watching one of my videos. I'm not sure if this is even the hat he was talking about, because he never replied back to me to let me know what hat it was, because I would have sent him one for his son. But his son made the comment, who's that or whatever, and why is he wearing that funny hat, or something among those words. And Steve replied, he just likes to wear funny hats. So it makes me chuckle. I will be going through probably a funny hat stage come summertime. I'll be making some more videos with some different hats that I have not worn yet. But anyway, this is as hard as it is to keep emotions in check. I think we should celebrate Steve's life. We should celebrate the, little time that we knew him. I consider all of the people I interact with, I consider my friend. And like any friend, you're closer to some people more than others. But I still consider this community a friend zone. so to speak. I love you guys. I really do. I love this community. I love when we pulled together. We had the GoFundMe. I haven't checked it recently, so I don't know if we reached our goal or not. Maybe I'll do that once I'm done here. Thank you to all those who donated. We all know his family is going through some very hard times right now. Probably much more hard times than we are. And we see the way it's affecting, a lot of people in the community. Just imagine what his family's going through right now. Steve was a young man. He was only 45, would have turned 46. Pretty sure it's the end of April. So life is precious. We are never guaranteed our next breath. It's truly, life is way too short the way it is. It flies by. I know the older I get, it just seems like I always make the joke, and I'm sure Steve would enjoy this one, that life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the quicker it goes, and it's become true in my, I feel like just yesterday I was a teenager, and here we are, from 16 to almost 56, 40 years have flew by. And it's honestly what we do here that matters. Steve made the most of his time. He enjoyed a lot of things. He always reminded me of, like personality-wise, like a young kid just getting into the hobby and learning the hobby and doing research on players and just loving cards. We've all, a lot of us have said that in our videos, but you could tell with him, he enjoyed collecting. He wasn't someone who enjoyed slabs and numbers, and he just enjoyed the cards. And nothing against people, because obviously I have a ton of them. But it's just the way he liked to collect. He had a minimal budget like he always talked about. And obviously ungraded cards, are a lot cheaper. So I'm going to turn this around, and then I'm going to talk about the cards that I show in regards to Reverend Steve. So let me turn this around, and I will see you on the flip side. And I'm back. All right. I wrote some stuff down here that in my intro, I'm sure I forgot some stuff anyway. Just, I wrote the lyrics to that song that I posted on Friday. And I hope you all enjoyed it. I know I got a lot of good feedback on it. Guys like Orlando shared it. Somebody also in the comments said they were going to share it with his family, which I'm very appreciative for, because they're going through some hard times right now. And hopefully, they'll enjoy it as well, as much as they possibly could in the moment. All right, I'm going to start out with Reverend Steve was working on a 1976 set. He's a huge Manny Sanguian fan, so I'm only going to show some Sanguians and one other player card that is a little bit of a story, obviously, behind that as well. Anyway, I sent Steve a care package a while back. He did a video on it, dedicated a video on it. I rewatched it a couple times. I'll leave the link for it in the descriptions if you want to go back and watch it. But just the pure joy in his voice was enough for me. Anyway, I don't want to make this an extremely long video, which it's already 10 minutes in. I don't know how much I'll be able to cut out editing or whatever, but I felt I should dedicate this weekend. I skipped what I had planned on doing once I found out about his passing. I had the video already edited, cocked and loaded, ready to go, but I felt I should just change up. Sitting in front of you, you could see all the Pittsburgh Pirates stuff. He was a big Pirates fan. And although there was a 10-year difference between the two of us, and me even being a Pirates fan, I learned a lot from Steve as far as Manny Sanguine goes. That was his man. I knew a little bit about him, but not too much. But I did a video with Rob Cashcard a couple weeks back, and he asked me what was so special about Manny Sanguine, and my mind went blank with the few things that I did know. And then I went back because I knew Steve was a big Sanguine fan. I watched some of his videos. I actually learned a few more things that I didn't know, because I'm a big Stargell fan. Parker asked me some questions about them, I could tell you, Clemente, but I didn't know a whole heck of a lot about Manny Sanguine. So anyway, we're going to start it out in Andy's Attic fashion. These are the 1976 tops. Steve was working on this set, like I said, and Manny Sanguine was his man. Prior to his passing, I've been looking for a nice graded version, but these are the two I got. And like I always say, two are better than one. Not just the cards, but I figured the videos as well. I put one out Friday. I'm going to put one out. Today is Sunday. This may not go out until Monday or Tuesday. So anyway, those are the 76s. He also was a fan of these. He would talk about Manny. And he liked these leader cards that Manny was on. I do not have the 71. I am looking currently for a nice 71. And in that video I did on Rob Cashcard's Beyond Tops, I featured the 81 Kellogg set, and then I showed a bunch of different year Kellogg set, and I showed these two Manny Sanguine cards, and Reverend Steve actually made a comment that I showed him some cards that he still needs to add to his collection. So in honor of him, I'm going to show these again. He also did a video on his Topps Manny Sanguine run, and when he showed this card, he called it 71 in action shot because of Manny writing something down, which I found pretty funny. Steve wasn't the type that would totally make me bust out laughing most of the time, but every time he would make a little joke or say something funny, it would definitely bring a smile to my face. And this was one of those times when he had said about this being an in-action card that really made me smile. I love the 71 Topps as well. There's the back of the card. And as we all know, Steve was a big fan of these discs. This is a crane, and this is a blank pack, both with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he had quite the number of these too. He was trying to put the whole run together of these. And as you can see, there's my Manny Sanguine autograph baseball in front of you. And there's a 1980 Topps, which always represented to me the 79 World Series team, because the stats from the 79 season are on the back of that card. Now knowing Steve was born in 1980, it gives this new meaning to me. I will forever look at Manny Sanguine cards and think of Rev Steve. And this is in my showcase downstairs with the rest of my 79 single signed baseballs from that World Series team. And now it also represents Rev Steve. So last but not least, he showed this in that video that I sent him the care package, because originally the care package, I just told him I would send him some Bill Madlocks. He talked about being at a show and wanting to grab some Bill Madlocks, and he didn't grab, you know, or they didn't have as many as he wanted or whatever. So in this care package I sent him, I knew he was a big Rickey Henderson fan, and I knew he made a comment on my video that I did on these King B discs. And he really, at the end of that video, he shows this card that I sent him. And he was really ecstatic, you know, about it. You could just hear the joy in his voice and the appreciation. And he gave me a shout out and obviously dedicated that video to me. But Steve, we're going to miss you, buddy. Gone but not forgotten for sure. All right, I'm going to end it there, guys. I'm not going to come back on camera for a few reasons. But God bless everyone. I love you guys. And we'll get through this together. I know we will. All right, that's all I got to show. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. God bless you all. Love one another. I know we all love our cards, but there are definitely more important things and things we should prioritize in our lives that come before cards. And they bring, you know, they have special meaning to all of us as well. And it's also what connected us with Reverend Steve. So cards are special. And it's not always the most expensive cards that bring us together. So in my, you know, a lot of my previous videos, I would say, you know, enjoy one another, love one another. Life is definitely precious. Life is precious. Enjoy it. Take the time to smell the flowers, smell the roses, listen to the birds singing in the morning at the break of dawn. There's so many little things, simple things in life that are enjoyable. And love and care about one another. So with that being said, have a super freaking awesome day. That's another thing. If I may add, I always end a lot of my comments with have a super freaking awesome day, or a super freaking, you know, Sunday fun day. I often wondered, you know, with Steve being a reverend, if that ever bothered him, me saying freaking. He never said nothing to me about it and stuff like that. But, you know, I just wonder if in his mind he was ever offended by that. I don't think he was, but you know, it's just something I think about once in a while, and it makes me laugh a little bit too. So anyway, peace, y'all.
Hey all, yes, you read that description correct. Another gift from a friend, this time from Andy over at Andy's Attic. If you don't know Andy, I will leave a link to his YouTube channel. Nobody leaves comments like Andy. Andy, he and I tend to go back and forth a little bit once in a while. Just kind of, he leaves long comments, and if you're going to respond, you know, you got to leave a long comment back. And so sometimes we'll go 3 or 4 of those. I can't keep up with him though. But Andy's a great guy. This was on top of the box. That's Andy's signature card. I'm gonna send that auto in to be authenticated. Maybe see if I can't get it graded by PSA. That'll be fun. Then I'll have you see it's numbered 350. I'm gonna leave that sitting back there. Anyway, Andy, this is awesome. This started with a conversation Andy and I were having. He had shown some Bill Madlock cards, and I had just been at a card show and had seen some cards, some Bill Madlock cards, and wasn't able to get them. I was kind of at the end of my budget. I'd bought my big card that was the plan for the day, and I didn't have anything really left, even out of the quarter boxes, you know. But I was just kind of looking around and chatting with the guy that was selling them, and anyway, so I commented on this, like I was looking at the bad luck cards, and I'm gonna pick some up. Just he's one of those pirates. It was a pirate great, just not a Hall of Famer or anything, but certainly a great player for the Pirates. And he said, "Well, send me your address. I'll send you some Madlock cards." And sure enough, of course, not just cards, but there's a. Actually, I love that shot. That's a great card. 1983 All-Star set. I really do. I love that image. It's a great image of Madlock. Okay, Lord Perry. Look at these cards, man. He just sent me a box. Another Ryan Sandberg. Early Fingers. Look at these Fleer. Even an O-Pee-Chee. That's a nice card. Then look at that. John, if you're watching, over at Nerding Out with Cards, look at that. He sent me a Pujols. So I think that was about, actually, he sent me, because he loves, he was showing one or two of these on his channel. These are the King V discs. I had never seen them before. They're very cool. So he sent me a Wade Boggs, and even better than that, I love it, Rickey Henderson. What a great card. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Andy, thank you so much. I'm going to sit here now after I shut this off, and I'm going to be sorting through these and putting some in my box where I keep my Hall of Famers, and just appreciate the gifts, and we'll see if some of them make it into the binder even. I wouldn't be surprised at all, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if that 87 Ozzie Smith makes it in. We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, if you have, and if you made it this far, again, Andy, thank you very much for the gift, and we'll see you all next time.
When the night runs long and the clock hands dragging circles on your wall, when the room feels small and your brave face slips, you start to fall. You don't have to stand there shaking, you don't have to fake it strong. Just call my name, don't say a word. I've been waiting all along. I'll be your bridge above the troubled water. I'll carry you over steady as a stone. Step by step I'll hold you, can shoulder. You won't walk it solo. I'll be a bridge above the troubled water, till the current turns, till the fear is gone. Lean on me, lean a little longer. I'm not letting go. When your past comes back like a storm of voices tearing through, yeah, and every what if hits like 1,000 waves against the bed. You don't have to fight that battle, you don't have to drown that sound. Breathe it out and reach for me. I'll be higher ground. I'll be your bridge above the troubled water. I'll carry you over steady as a stone. Step by step I'll hold where you can't shoulder. You won't walk You don't have to prove a thing. Just one touch of your tired hand and I'll take everything. I'll be your bridge above the troubled water. I'll carry you over steady as a stone. Step by step I hold where you can't shoulder. You won't walk it solo. I'll be